The life of Beatriz da Silva e de Menezes is filled with marvels. Learning her story feels like stepping back through the centuries to the times when God rewarded faith with miracles and heaven seemed closer to earth. Beatriz da Silva has many titles: a lady-in-waiting in the Spanish court, lay sister for 30 years, and the most glorious foundress of the Order of the Immaculate Conception, also known as the Conceptionists, a branch of the Franciscan order. Saint Beatriz da Silva was born in 1424 in Ceuta in North Africa, then a Portuguese territory. She was one of 11 children born to Rui Gomes da Silva, first governor of Campo Maior, Portugal, after it was reconquered from Arab rule, and of Isabel de Menezes, the Countess of Portalegre. She was raised in the castle of Infante John, Lord Reguengos de Monsaras. Her maternal grandfather was Pedro de Menezes, Count of Viana, who had distinguished himself in 1415 during the conquest of Ceuta. To reward the Count for his fealty and bravery, the king gave him his daughter in marriage to his grandson, thus uniting the two families. Her parents entrusted the education of their 11 children to the Franciscans, who marked their souls with a special love for the Immaculate Conception. Two of her brothers, Jo and Amadeo, took the habit of St. Francis when they grew up. Even as a young girl, Beatriz was renowned for her angelic beauty. One day, her father contracted an Italian artist to paint a picture of the Virgin for the chapel in his castle. The artist told him the best model for the Virgin would be his daughter. In obedience to her father, Beatriz consented to pose for the painter. But in her modesty, she would not raise her eyes in front of the painter. This resulted in a painting known until today as the Virgin of the Closed Eyes, which hangs in a church in Campo Maior. In 1447, Beatriz accompanied his daughter, Princess Isabel of Portugal, as her lady-in-waiting when Isabel went to marry King John II of Castile and Leon. At first, Queen Isabel was proud of the stir her cousin's beauty and virtue created. The queen wanted her cousin with her constantly, and the young woman exerted a good influence on the temperamental queen. The beauty and nobility of spirit of the young Portuguese noblewoman won the admiration of all around her, and many courtiers sought her attention. But Beatriz politely rejected them all. One among them couldn't handle the rejection very well and decided to take revenge. He insinuated to the queen that Beatriz was a rival for the king's love. The queen became insanely jealous of her cousin to the point she could no longer bear her presence. One day, the queen asked Beatriz to accompany her to a cellar in the castle. Arriving there, she ordered Beatriz to open a large chest. The queen pushed Beatriz into the chest and locked the lid with a key. Beatriz found no way to escape. She could barely move at all. She was to die in a slow and terrifying agony. After a few hours, Beatrice was struggling to breathe. Only heaven could help her now, and in confidence, she turned to Our Lady. "Oh, Mary Immaculate, help me!" Instantly, Our Lady appeared to her, more radiant than the sun, dressed in white with a blue mantle, holding the child Jesus in her arms. "My daughter, you shall not die," said the Virgin Mother. "I will preserve your life so that you may accomplish what you have so longed for. You will found a great religious order under the title of the Immaculate Conception. Its daughters will wear a habit similar to my garments and will dedicate themselves to serving God in union with me." Enraptured by the vision, Beatrice remained 3 days in the vault, filled with consolation and joy, with no sense of passing time.